The project is finished, the client is happy, the invoice clears, and your pipeline goes silent. You're in a new city, your laptop is open, and one uncomfortable question keeps getting louder. Where is the next qualified opportunity coming from? If that moment keeps repeating, you may not have a delivery problem. You may have a relationship problem. Welcome to Nomad High Income Skills, episode XYZ. I'm Arya Reyes. Today I'll show you how to build a referral network that keeps moving even when you change time zones, take a week away from social media, or simply stop chasing strangers. This is the Partner Flywheel.
A referral network is not a lucky list of contacts. It is not a giant networking spreadsheet, and it is not an affiliate link dropped into somebody's newsletter. It is a small group of professionals who serve a similar audience, solve different problems, and understand exactly when your expertise becomes useful. A designer notices that a client's brand is polished, but the buying path is confusing. A paid media specialist sees traffic arriving, but the leads are weak. A fractional marketing executive realizes the offer is solid and the message is not. Those are moments when one trusted specialist can bring another into the conversation with context already attached. The client explains less, trust begins higher, and you are no longer competing as one more name in a search result.
You do not need 20 partners. In most cases, 3 to 5 strong relationships will outperform a huge contact list. The goal is not to become socially busy. The goal is to make your reputation portable. When you move, your relationships do not have to stay behind. So who belongs in that small group? Use 4 tests. First, audience overlap. Do they regularly serve the kinds of companies or decision makers you want to reach? Not, do they know a lot of people? Who do they actually work with? Second, complementary expertise. You want a clear reason to refer one another, not 2 nearly identical services competing for the same budget. Third, delivery standards. Do they communicate clearly, protect confidentiality, and set realistic expectations? Their work will sit beside your reputation. Finally, reliability. Do they follow through, respond within a reasonable window, and act like a professional when nobody is keeping score? That last one eliminates more candidates than people expect. Score each person from 1 to 5 on those 4 tests. A strong score earns a conversation. It does not automatically earn the title of partner. Start with a small exchange of value. Share a useful observation. Make an introduction that genuinely helps them. Compare notes on a client problem. You are looking for repeated evidence that the relationship is healthy. The first goal is not to get a referral. It is to discover whether trust deserves to grow. Once the relationship feels promising, make the referral moment unmistakable. Your partner should not have to memorize your service menu. Give them one sentence. For example, if you meet a software company with steady traffic, but a landing page that is not converting, I help the team clarify the message and rebuild the page around a stronger buying decision. That sentence tells them the problem, the client, and the result you influence. Add your ideal client details. Maybe the company has a proven offer, an existing sales process, and enough traffic to learn from. Specificity helps a partner recognize the moment instead of thinking, maybe Arya can help with something. Then protect the handoff with a promise. You might say, if you introduce us by email, I'll respond within 1 business day, ask a few fit questions, and tell you quickly if I'm not the right resource. That sentence lowers the risk for your partner. They are not sending a name into a black hole. Give them examples too. A good referral might be a company with meaningful traffic, a clear product, and a real willingness to investigate the conversion problem. A poor referral might be someone asking for a complete brand, funnel, website, and sales system by Friday on a tiny budget. Your partner needs language that helps them protect their own credibility while protecting yours. Now ask yourself, how does someone explain your value when you are not in the room? That is where a small credibility packet helps. It can be 1 or 2 pages, or a clean shared document. Include the problem you solve, who you serve best, the outcomes you work toward, and 2 or 3 brief proof points. Add boundaries. If you are a conversion strategist, say whether you manage advertising, write an entire email campaign, or provide implementation.
If you do not, that is not a weakness. Clear boundaries make your positioning believable.
The flywheel only works if it fits your actual life. A nomad business does not need another obligation disguised as a growth strategy. Set one brief relationship block each month. In that block, send a useful update, a client lesson, a new result, a market observation, or a reminder of the exact problem you solve. Make 1 or 2 introductions when you can do it sincerely. Record the date, partner, client type, status, and next step in a simple table. When an introduction leads somewhere, thank the partner. When it does not, close the loop without sharing confidential details. Once a quarter, ask which relationships feel aligned, which are one-sided, and which create pressure or confusion. Keep the network small enough to maintain with care.
Here is the moment where this becomes real. Maya is a remote conversion strategist. She does not want to become a full-time content creator, and she does not want her income tied to one platform. She chooses 3 partners: a brand designer serving established service businesses, a fractional marketing executive working with software companies, and a paid media specialist who sees clients struggling to turn traffic into qualified leads.
A few weeks later, the paid media specialist introduces Maya to a software company. The company is spending consistently on ads, but the landing page is producing weak leads. Maya's first instinct could have been to sell a redesign immediately. Instead, she asks, "What does your sales team call a qualified lead?" That question changes the conversation. The company has traffic and a page problem, but it also has an unclear definition of success. Maya asks about the offer, the sales process, the decision maker, and the launch timeline. She explains the part she can own, suggests bringing in the fractional marketing executive if the broader message needs work, and tells the referring partner what will happen next.
That is a premium referral experience. The client receives clarity instead of an instant promise. The partner feels protected. Maya avoids an undefined rescue mission, and nobody has to pretend that every introduction is automatically a fit. A warm referral opens the door. It does not remove the need to check budget, authority, urgency, scope, and capacity.
There are a few boundaries worth keeping. Never guarantee that a referral becomes revenue. You are building trust, not operating a vending machine. Be transparent about attribution when several specialists are involved. Do not create secret arrangements that make the client feel managed from behind the scenes. And do not let one generous partner become your entire pipeline. Appreciate that relationship, but keep developing direct outreach, strong delivery, and visible proof. Concentration risk exists even when the source is wonderful. Most importantly, capacity is part of the system. A referral network should improve your pipeline, not fill every open hour. If your calendar is full, say so. Offer a later start date, a paid diagnostic, or a trusted alternative. Build income that supports your lifestyle, not destroys your health.
You can begin this week without building a perfect brand document. Today, list 10 professionals who serve a similar audience but solve a different problem. Score them on audience overlap, complementary expertise, delivery standards, and reliability. Tomorrow, choose your best 3 and write 1 referral trigger for each. Before the week ends, create the short credibility packet and send 3 personalized messages. Here's a message you can adapt. I often work with teams that have solid traffic but a confusing conversion path. I noticed your work with growth stage software companies, and I think there may be useful overlap. I'd enjoy comparing notes and seeing whether we can support the same clients without stepping on each other's work. No pressure to force a partnership. I'd simply value the conversation. Then schedule 1 brief relationship block for next month. That is the beginning of the flywheel. Careful selection, a clear trigger, visible trust assets, and a rhythm you can actually sustain. If you want the message, scorecard, and follow-up process turned into templates you can use with your own network, explore the show's courses on premium positioning and client acquisition. They will help you sharpen your offer, qualify better leads, write stronger outreach, and build a business development system that does not depend on constant visibility. Take 1 action this week. Identify 10 possible partners and send 3 thoughtful messages. Charge what you're worth, protect the trust you borrow, and remember, your skills are your freedom currency. That's your high-income blueprint for today. Take one action this week and start seeing results.